if you were a character in a fairy tale, what kind of enchanted creature would be your sidekick?
Oh, wow.
Man.
Who wants to go first?
I first thought about Pocahontas and her raccoon. I feel like a raccoon would be a good sidekick because they're kind of they're scrappy. They don't care. They're probably good at theft.
I would want some kind of, I mean, I know they're all, I guess, magical creatures in this realm, but I would want something really, like, exotic, like a unicorn or a dragon.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Something
You can
that,
fly around on it.
you know what I mean? That, like, really announces my presence when it's with me. You know what I'm saying?
But you also have to think about like you don't want to be like have the big truck magical creature.
Oh,
you know what I
and
mean?
a dragon is the big truck of the fairy
It's
tale
like,
world.
He's got a dragon. What's he compensating for?
Maybe
All right, you have a trolley heading towards the rich man. The rich man offers you $500,000 to pull the lever, which would divert the trolley and kill someone else instead. What do you do?
God, $500,000 really looks like a lot when you see all the numbers.
You can save your cat like 6 times. With that.
Yo, I could get.
You're like, how many cats is that? That's 10,000 cats.
I would
right?
have a full-on catio at my house, which is a cat patio.
Are you singing little cats?
Yes, okay. Let's wait. Save it for the podcast.
No, this is.
Welcome to the podcast.
Is this it?
This is it.
Feel like they should have dimmed the
There was
lights.
no transitional period.
This is it. This is our transitional period.
Hell yeah. Are you a single man with cats? God damn
What kind of
it,
breed of cats
Tahj.
do you have?
They're both domestic short hairs that I got from a rescue place.
Yeah.
And what else do you want to know?
What are their names?
Daz and Georgia.
Why Georgia?
She just looked like a Georgia. I don't
How does a
know.
cat look like in Georgia? Gosh. I'm trying not to be combative.
Because
Be
she
nice,
has
everyone, be
some
nice.
peach. She has some peach colors in her
Okay.
coat.
Oh, okay.
Georgia peach. That's what I was thinking.
That's fair. I like that.
It's my honest
Do
answer.
you want to have a cat as a pet?
I would have a kitten. I wouldn't have a cat.
Whoa.
As soon as
A
it turns
kid, not a
one,
cat?
No, a kitten.
Oh, okay.
Out the house.
Yeah, if when it gets too big, I'm selling it for sure. Maybe give it to Tony.
I love them, but I have all I can handle at this point. 2 is my limit.
2's enough.
Yeah.
I just like to hold them. Like
They're great.
just hold them.
Such good stress relief.
You know, walk around with them.
I love them. I really do.
You should get into bunnies, you know? Like, you can hold a bunny.
They run around my house a lot,
Yeah.
and some of them have gotten comfortable enough, like where they won't run away as soon as they see me. But the minute you lean down and like even think about petting them, they're
like, I'm outta
gone.
here.
But they're so cute. They're adorable.
Yeah,
I love
bunnies
them.
are adorable.
They really are. We've established that bunnies are cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to have like 38 bunnies. I only have 2 left. But,
Jesus.
dang.
What happened?
A dog, one of those
Oh,
like
boy.
huskies, you know, like
Yeah.
terrorizing my bunny barn like the 3
Wow.
times.
Sounds like a horror movie.
Yeah, like literally
For the
have them
bunnies.
like each time, you know.
Oh my god.
Did you really have 38, or was that just
no, I had 38.
Wow.
Yeah, it was,
I'd be pissed at that dog.
No kidding. That's
Yeah,
a
where
massive
is that
drop off.
dog?
oh, absolutely. It happened in 3 separate instances, you know.
Jesus.
Like
Yeah,
at that
yeah,
time,
yeah.
it's time to put traps out for this
Well,
dog.
that's what I'm thinking, you know. So as soon as my new bunnies give birth, you know, they're gonna. I think I'm gonna put like barbed wire. I just don't know the legality of like if all of a sudden I wake up and I go to the bunny bar and there's like a dead dog
Stuck in the barbed wire.
No,
Barbed
if
wire,
they-
you know, like-
Yeah, I mean, if they come onto your yard, you know,
is
this
this
is
a-
America.
is this
It's
dog?
North Carolina in particular. You can do
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
much whatever.
Is
that
this a-
dog's on your land.
Is this a dog or a wolf? I don't know. Dogs
Yeah,
were
no,
predators
it
like that.
literally dug underneath and there was just chicken wire on it, just tore through chicken wire.
God,
Um,
this sounds nightmarish.
Yeah.
Let's say you're in you're in your you go outside in your yard or your balcony and you found that a dog has accidentally offed himself in something that you negligently left out.
Oh boy.
What do? Do you garbage bag this? Do you look for its neighbor?
Well, I cry first.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
That's what I do first because that's awful.
Yeah.
Secondly, I have neighbors that are really good with animals, so I think I would ask the wife of the because she's great about that. Like, what do? I don't know, man. I would be probably shocked into sadness and not knowing what to do.
Yeah, because at this point, right, like you like it is something that you left down in a negligent manner. That,
It feels like your fault.
Yeah, like and it's like do you have to report if a dog dies on your property?
I don't think
This
so.
is like a stray dog. Nah.
I mean, if you're a good person, you do.
Yeah. So you would
Nah. Well, I
tell
guess.
the neighborhood.
If it wasn't my dog, like if it was my dog, I'd be like, that
Guys,
sucks. I'm gonna bury
There's a dead
him.
dog in my yard.
But I'm not gonna
Just letting you know.
I'm not gonna let everyone know. But if it's not my dog, I'm gonna be like, hey, this happened, everyone. Like,
Yeah.
Let's
I
say
mean-
it ate your whatever illegal substance, right, that you're not supposed to have, and that was the cause of death.
I'm very familiar
You
with
left
this
it out.
scenario.
You
Yeah.
left it out because now it's also the illegal substance,
Right.
That is, like
Yeah.
I'm not reporting that.
No.
This would be a good.
I'm telling you right now, I'm not reporting
And no
that.
one's doing an autopsy on a dog.
Yeah, fair.
This would be a good.
Neither would
plot for
I,
a
right?
movie.
Like, are you kidding me? There is, and this actually leads right into a conversation we had in a previous podcast, right? Like, a pet, a dog's life is highly worth it, right? But then we don't necessarily, like, you'll do cancer treatment for a pet, you'll have different types of treatment, but you don't, there's a limit to, right? What is the limit of treatment that you would do to a human, to a pet? Like, how much?
You mean like monetarily?
Yeah, like monetarily,
Yeah.
and then we'll go into, like...
I've definitely struggled with that, and it's like I basically spent thousands of dollars on vet treatment, and eventually I just set a limit for myself, and it was $5,000.
Yeah.
And I hit that limit, and then I'm just like, well, I'm just going to care for this animal as much as I can and do all the things that the vet told me to do, but no more surgeries. Mm-hmm. Because also, in addition to it costing so much, it's traumatic for the animal as well.
Yeah.
And that cat went on to live 10 more happy years. Mm-hmm. She had some setbacks here and there and things that we had to deal with her health. But I think it was the right decision to not spend another $2,000 on an invasive procedure.
Yeah. So it's like, so you say it's 5,000 cumulative. Like,
That was cumulative. Yeah,
over
not
the
one
span.
time.
Yeah.
That was like 1,000 here, 700 there,
What's the
2,000
most, like,
there.
one time, like upfront sticker shock pain, like cost that you would.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, I guess it kind of depends on how you're doing financially at the time, right?
And don't be shy. My answer is gonna be, I don't know how much a bullet costs today, but like so feel free. Like yours will be above mine, but
Pretty cheap then. Yeah, I've actually thought about that a lot, and it's like when I was young, I remember people like the first hint of sickness in their animal, we're just going to take it out back and kill it.
Yeah.
I grew up in the country, you know what I mean? Like if there was a dog walks up with a limp one day, otherwise healthy, but it's got a limp, and my farmer friends are like, well, we got to put another one down. I'm like, another one? How many dogs are y'all putting down on this farm that you claim to be on? Is this pet cemetery come to life? I don't know what's happening around here.
I think Emily wants to burn the farm down. The look on her face.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. That's wild. I just spent like $3,000 on my
Yeah.
dog. So who am I to talk? But I'm kind of pissed at the vets for that one.
It's so expensive.
I'm like,
Unbelievable.
they're like, we have to do all of these tests. And I was like, that's not what it is. Because they were like, he ate something. And I was like, no, he didn't. And they were like, we have to take x-rays before we can do anything else. So I had to pay $1,500 before he could like actually get treatment.
Absolutely. Yep. I went through the same thing.
And I'm like, I'm not doing that again. I'm like, if that happens again, I'm going to be like, look, either you can give me medicine or not.
Yeah.
But I'm not doing those freaking x-rays.
Yeah. The emergency veterinarians are even worse. Like that is going to be $1,000 even if, I mean, it doesn't matter what is going on with your animal. You walk in the door at an emergency veterinarian, they're charging you $1,000 right off the top. So I just don't go to veterinarians much anymore. I only go if something's wrong. I don't take them in for like normal checkups and all that stuff. Like I give them a healthy lifestyle, and if something goes wrong, then we can handle it. But otherwise, I avoid the vet because it's so expensive now. You know, not to mention traumatic, like I said earlier. It's a traumatic experience for the animal and, you know, the pet owner. Just avoiding it as much as I possibly can.
And did you grow up with pets?
Yeah, dogs, you know, and then cats started hanging out around the farm, and we got attached to them, but they were always outdoor, and now my cats are indoor and a little bit outdoor, but mostly indoor now. So I started as a dog person and still love dogs, but cats are just so much easier. You don't have to worry about having somebody. When you leave town, you don't have to worry about having somebody come by and walk them. You don't have to worry about scooping any poop out in the wild. It's all in a box. So I know Tahj has opinions on cats, right?
Yeah.
No,
I mean, no. From his body language, I can tell he's entirely relaxed.
He's judging me. He's judging me. That's what this is.
I'm just listening. I didn't know you were so, yeah.
I love them,
Yeah.
but it hasn't always been that way. Like I said, we were dog family forever, and then when the cats started coming around and taking care of rodent problems and things like that, we got really attached to cats, and I've loved them ever since. That's my pet history, guys. How's it going?
That's great, Tahj. And did you say a number on the one-time sticker shots?
Yeah. What do you think? I mean, mine would probably still be in that. I've already done it. 5,000 is it.
How about you, Tahj?
Yeah, probably like 2,000.
Yeah.
Like a
all-time or one-time sticker shot?
one time. Yeah. If it's sporadic, then
What if they say 2,000 and then 6 months later they're like, we need another 1,500 because we there's something we missed.
something we missed. I'm like, oh yeah, all right. Well, I gotta sit down and talk to my dog. You know,
have a heartfelt convo.
Yeah, let him know about what human life is like.
Yeah,
you know,
fleeting.
Yeah, how hard it is out here. He'll understand. I'm like, hey man, dog heaven.
Pretty great.
Yeah, you'll love it. Don't be sad. I'm not.
Cross that. What's it called? The Rainbow Bridge.
The Rainbow Bridge.
Right.
Exactly.
Look, let me tell you about the Rainbow Bridge.
Your dog's looking at you like, I kind of get this, but I don't like where I think it
You'll
ends.
meet someone up there, buddy. You'll be fine.
No matter what, I love
some
you.
nice girl dogs up there.
Yeah, because then if we're homeless, Nas got his dog.
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
Like, if you go broke on veterinary bills, does that ultimately work out for the animal? Doesn't, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, question, would you spend as much on your cat or more than a dog?
I mean, I would, but, I'm
Same or more? Would you spend more on a cat or less?
no, I don't think I'd spend more. I mean, but I would spend as much. Okay. And some people would find that blasphemous, like
equality.
Dogs are better than cats. I'm like, nah.
Because this is where I'm getting. I want to see where the layer is, right? Like, how about a fish?
Would you
I don't know. They're very disposable.
I think they're
just like get out of here.
Take the fish to the
Fish is a
vet.
disposable pet.
Yeah, they're easily. Yeah.
Can you imagine? You can't even take the fish to a vet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're like, get out of here, man.
I mean, unless you're at like the aquarium and you got a shark, you're like, that's the money maker. We gotta bring a vet in for that. But that fish is like paying the bills,
Yeah.
So it's like it's okay,
It's on the lease.
Yeah.
Looking at you, telling you like put this powder in its water, right? Like a snake. How much for can you take a snake to the vet and how much would you pay?
I had a buddy who had snakes, and he's a good friend. And I told him, as long as you have that snake, I'm not coming in your house. I'm just not going to do it.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, man, it's cool. I'm like, it's not. It's never been.
Yeah.
And I don't care that you take it out and it's cool with you. It terrifies me. I don't hate it. Yeah. I don't hate any animal. I don't like the way it makes me feel when it's in your house. I know I'm not answering your question. This is trauma I need to work out on your podcast.
So the number is 0.
The number is 0 for a snake. The number is 0 also for a fish. I think,
And a tarantula. I'm thinking about those people who have tarantulas.
and I love spiders, but I don't love them as pets.
Yeah, no, I'm feel you on that, Tony. I had a cousin, he had a snake, and I would go over, this is when I was younger, I would go over, and he'd be like, yeah, man, Timothy got out again. So it was
Timothy.
I was
The
like, he got out
snake's
again.
name was Timothy.
Wow.
You have any idea of his whereabouts? He's like, nah, man, he'll turn up when he turns up.
What?
Yeah, I'm not staying around.
Nightmare fuel, man. I'm not gonna do that.
Open the fridge for a popsicle. There he is.
So yeah, I hate to say it, but there is a tier. There's a hierarchy for it. You know, for me, cats, dogs, way up high.
Yeah.
What about birds? They shouldn't be caged, but people do have them. I don't understand it. I couldn't imagine taking a bird to a vet.
Y'all know the bird store
gotta be a
up at the.
project.
I'm so. This has been my conspiracy theory for the past 20 years. Is that's like a drug front?
I'm intrigued.
They're laundering money at this bird hospital.
Really?
I've seen someone go in that bird hospital like maybe once.
Interesting.
I'm telling you, they're laundering money in there.
Okay. I'm also
Right
thinking,
on University, you've probably went past it.
I was gonna ask for the address because I may need to
I was
inquire
gonna
about a
look
business
up their
opportunity with
reviews.
these folks.
There's a big parrot statue. I've seen some. I swear to God, like once or twice, I've seen someone go in there.
Wow.
There's like hardly ever cars
Yeah,
parked.
they're open for 6 hours a day. Like they're not.
They're
This sounds
laundering
great.
money.
It's 10 to 4. Like
They're
whatever.
laundering
Okay.
money. That's,
Yeah.
They're closed on Thursdays.
Yeah,
What
that
is
is
that?
sus.
Who's closed on Thursday?
And how
Interesting.
many birds do you have to service to keep a like storefront? You know
I
what
know,
I mean?
and yeah,
Something's going on in that
4.5
bird
stars,
hospital.
though, on Yelp. You know, they're doing pretty good.
I mean,
Yeah,
This is a house.
I'm
This
sure.
is a person's home.
They're a customer.
This isn't a place.
I
is
know. That's what
shady.
I'm saying.
Yeah, this is very
Of course,
shady.
they have 4 out of 5 stars. They got good products.
I'm going there as soon as we finish recording. If y'all need me, that's where I'll be discussing
what
business.
it's like in there.
I will. I'll video it.
Okay.
I'll send it
Because
back.
I
Just in
know,
case,
like, I
you
want to
know.
go in so bad, but I'm like, I'm gonna be weird about
It feels super sketchy,
Yeah.
even you just describing it. I don't know. Birds as pets are
Something's
odd.
going on, and I want to know what, but I can't be the one to go in
I
because
don't
like
wanna know-
I'm walking in with my conspiracy.
Yeah,
theory.
I don't
It
want to
could
know
be-
bad enough to actually go in there. It's terrifying. It
Why
sounds
they're
like
closed on Thursdays because that's the day they go launder their
big
they
shipment day.
clean their money out.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you guys were, pretty forthcoming on the value, like question, because I think sometimes it's like, I like to think about these things. Like, where are the lines, right? Because we set these lines by which our society works or by which we work, right? And along those lines, I have a question for you. I don't know if you're here, Tony, when we first played this game, but it's the trolley problem, right? You have a trolley heading towards a rich man. The rich man offers you $500,000 to pull the lever, which would divert the trolley and kill someone else instead. What do you do?
God, $500,000 really looks like a lot when you see all the numbers.
You can save your cat like 6 times with that.
Yo, I could get.
You're like, how many cats is that? That's 10,000 cats.
I would
right?
have a full-on catio at my house, which is a cat patio. But honestly, I'm not gonna let. See, when you factor in it's a rich person, I'm projecting what I imagine most rich people to be on that.
Yeah.
It could be the nicest rich person in the world, but in my experience, rich people are often awful.
Emily's like, hell yeah. Yeah.
I agree. I mean, what do you have to do in this world to have that much disposable income?
Yeah, and I also would say like the last part of it said kill kill someone else.
Yeah.
In my mind, the rich person is guilty, the other person's innocent. That's just what I factored in my brain, and I'm not going to let an innocent person die. So I think I do nothing and let it hit him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you, Tahj?
Him offering the money makes me not want to save him for some
Oh,
reason.
Right.
that's a nice angle too.
Yeah,
I didn't even
don't
think
know.
of that.
It rubbed me the wrong way. Like I don't.
It's very selfish.
Yeah.
In a way, even though he's giving away money, it's still kind of selfish.
How about
course.
give me that money to save this innocent person? How about that? That'd be
Exactly.
great. That'd be nice. There's a game called High on Life that was made from the guy that did Rick and Morty.
Okay.
He did a video game, and there's like a segment with this scenario.
Yeah.
And this is like an alien game, so this is all on a planet. but the aliens are each given like talking to you to try to make them try to make you switch the way of the train.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
hilarious. It's just dumb reasons. Like, he's like, this guy loves Nazis. Like it's just stuff like that. It was very funny.
You're weighing who's more awful and who is more deserving of death. Yeah.
Funny, but
What about you,
That's
Tahj?
I mean, I do like money though. You know?
it. I mean, $500,000 changes a lot. Even there are a lot of people would be like, it's not that much money in today's world, and it really isn't. But boy, it sure could help.
Either way, someone's dying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a house.
One person's
Well, I
Yes.
might as well get some money out of it, right?
So you're getting money and letting this other, in my words, innocent person die.
If someone's gonna die, I need to be.
You want to get paid.
Yeah, I want to get paid for it.
How about
At least
you?
you're honest.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
And I will say that I think I'm in a different financial place now than I used to be. I'm much more secure there. When I was broke, I would have taken that $500,000 in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I don't need it that badly now. Not that I wouldn't take it, but you know what I mean? I think that factors in too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Since it's all hypothetical in this situation, I don't need that money, so I'm gonna kill him.
There you go. There you go.
Damn, I was still broke in my hypothetical situation.
Yeah, why are you broke in your hypothetical?
Oh man.
Do nothing then.
I'm definitely do nothing. Oh man. He's
49%,
done.
this 49% of people agree. This is right down the middle.
Dang, it's really close. It's a really close vote.
Okay.
This one's perfect for Tony.
5 lobsters and 1
yo.
cat. You
Hey,
know?
yo.
You do
Whoa.
not think 5 lobsters get it.
Oh, I mean,
the
you
lobsters
know.
for sure.
Of course.
That's-
Also, like that's 5 lobster dinners.
That's
No
what
one
I'm
has.
saying, yeah,
Pick up the pieces.
yeah.
Yeah, nobody has cat.
This is still good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
In the
Yeah,
hypothetical,
nothing. Yeah,
they
that's-
get
The cat
killed.
lives.
That's dinner for sure.
Lobster.
Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, 85% of people
85.
agree.
Who are the 15% of
Yeah.
monsters who? Well, there are cat haters in the world. I have encountered
Maybe they're
them.
thinking that's dinner
Oh,
too.
that's probably
There are cat haters in the world.
Yeah, they're like, it could be a human. It's still the cat.
There are cat haters
Or
in my.
those people that are like every life's a life,
I know.
and you're
But
like,
is
no.
it? Is it?
There's cat life. There's snake life. There's lobster.
It's
life.
a lobster.
They're sea bugs, you know?
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, they-
Delicious sea bugs at that. But. Okay, now it's heading towards 5 people that are asleep, so they will not feel any pain when they die. Or 1 person that's entirely awake.
Oh my god. This is interesting.
What the hell?
The misanthropic side of me is like, kill those 5 people.
They're not going to feel it.
Fewer people on Earth, right?
I feel like
Overpopulation, we're helping.
I don't know. I don't feel like whether they're asleep or awake changes much for me. Because
Yeah.
that's like you're taking 30 seconds of anticipation. But
Is
they're
it
still dead?
Is it a numbers game too, though? You know what I mean? 5v1.
Yeah, except 1 is definitely
It's
imagine
gonna-
being like run over by a train, like decapitated essentially, right? And then quartered in a way.
And while we're here, can we?
Also, number 5 over on that, he's waking up halfway through. You know what I mean?
That's funny.
Like number 1, like the first guy's the only one getting the real benefit of
Yeah.
this situation.
And can we investigate this murderous trolley that's killing all of these things? Let's do an investigation into this possessed trolley car.
Put a security guard in the trolley area, please.
Stop the madness.
Yeah, they'd be like, oh, there's somebody's fingerprints here. Somebody pulled the lever.
All right.
Oh yeah. Now we're in jail. Are we going to jail for this? What's the repercussions?
this
Are
is
we
the thing, right?
implicated off the
I
bat?
don't know. The question is like, if you don't touch it, do you go to jail? You didn't do anything, but
No, they can't do that. They
if
can't
you
just,
do touch it,
yeah,
can you go to
that's-
jail? You know?
Yeah. Well, if we're saying that, then I'm not going to touch it.
I want somebody else to answer this one first.
Emily, what do you
I'm sticking with the first thing I said, where I pull the lever and try and save the first guy. Because
Yeah,
then
yeah,
in my head, I'm still trying. I'm still
Yeah, you're
saved
like,
everyone.
you know,
I'm like, oh no, it was my intention to save you, and like maybe I save the person, maybe I don't, but I can still feel as if I tried to save everyone.
So in a way, if you pull the lever, you're saving 4 lives total if you do the math, right? Not 5 because you're subtracting the one that you kill, but the
Oh,
other,
right.
the
Next
other,
one, yeah.
the others live. So I'm gonna let the majority of, I'm gonna let more people live, even though I am.
This is a
misanthrope.
democracy.
Okay, so we got 2 pulling the lever. Tahj, what would you do? We're gonna pull the lever anyways.
Yeah, go ahead, boy. Sorry, Tom.
Okay.
Another
You're
close?
the majority, 52% this time.
Another close one though, 52-48.
Now, this trolley is heading towards 5 people who tied themselves to the track.
Oh yeah,
You
then
know, and
They're ready to go.
yeah, they're literally asking
And I
for
support
it.
their
I will
decision.
Yeah,
never-
exactly.
the other person accidentally tripped into the track. If you-
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I would never stop someone's suicide.
No,
Yeah,
me either.
empowerment is what I'm about.
Even in that act, I think that's right.
Yeah, that's
But
beautiful.
I like how in some instances it's not just the number of lives, right? Because you've let it divert for 5.
The intention matters, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, what if they're part of like some cult? What if it's
The
like
Heaven's Gate folks,
yes!
right? Yeah.
Okay, another one. This one, you can't do anything to divert the train, the trolley, but pulling the lever will speed up it, hopefully making it less painful when the people die.
I love this
Speed
so
up the
much.
trolley or not.
Wow.
I like shit going fast, man. Let's go. I want to see how fast this murdering trolley can move.
Tahj, what are you?
Yeah, go ahead and pull it, man.
Emily, how do you feel about that?
That's fucked up.
It
man.
is, totally.
Can't do
I agree.
anything.
Because they're done no matter. It's just how quickly you.
I'd
gotta-
ask them. I'd ask them while they're still alive. I'd be like, "Yo,
Oh,
do you
yeah,
want me
yeah,
to
let's do
speed
that.
this up, or do you want to take your time with this?"
Yeah.
Situation.
Close, you can't ask them. The
They might
trolley's
want to.
coming.
They might want to finish their prayer. That'd be rude. to
Right?
cut
They're
off their
crossing
prayer.
themselves.
Yeah, they gotta confess some stuff.
That looked very fast.
71% of
The
people
person's
pull
sad
the
about
lever.
it.
We'll do a couple more and then we'll ask. Saying towards one guy, you know, but your Amazon package will be late.
come
if you
on.
Take the time to divert this.
Come on.
Hey, this is selfish.
I don't even.
That's
I don't even
fucked
use
up.
Amazon. So
very selfish. Now, man,
Yeah,
pull the lever, man.
lever.
You
Let's
say
see
it,
what
man.
percentage of people did
there are
it.
20 people who
Yeah.
care about their packages that much.
Hey, man.
20%.
I need those new glasses.
I need my. They also
Okay.
deliver meds and whatnot.
It's really saying towards your best friend. You can pull the lever to divert it towards the other track and killing 5 strangers instead.
Yeah.
I like my best friend. We've been best friends for 30 years. I'm not giving that up.
Yeah. Also, like then
Those
you
5
get
people
you
gotta
get
go.
exiled from the friend group. It's like you're
I
just gonna
know.
let one of us die.
You're known as the person from then on who.
yeah,
did
you have
that.
to find a whole new friend
But
group.
hear me out. Hear me out.
Okay.
What if
Give
he
it to
owes
me.
you $20?
You kill your best friend, but then you potentially have 5 new best friends.
You also, I'll add to that, you may have 5 disciples and start a cult because these people literally owe their lives to you.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in doing some cult shit,
Yeah.
that's the best way to
That's
start it.
true. Also, they're still tied up by the time the trolley leaves. So it's like, all right, I could untie you. What's in it for me? Otherwise, I'm gonna pull that lever. So the next trolley that comes through.
Could I also come from the angle of I've been best friends with my best friend for 30 years. That's a good run. That's
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
Right? Could we come at it from that angle?
What else do we have to talk about?
We've literally
It's been
talked about
30
everything.
Years, like,
You could extract any secrets from him. Be like, if you want me to let you live.
Yeah, it's like,
tell me
hey.
how you felt
Yeah.
about this, really.
Yeah, did you
What
sleep-
really happened that
Did
night?
you sleep with my lady?
Yeah,
Did you?
yeah.
yeah.
Damn, I'm starting to rethink my decision
Have you ever
now.
covered in, my lady?
Let me call my best friend real
He's gonna
fast.
think
Do
you
it.
tied him up to the train. He's like,
I think ultimately I'm keeping my best friend
yeah,
though.
we can pull the lever.
Yeah.
I like how in this one it becomes personal. It's like, of
course.
don't seem to matter.
Interesting.
And for most people don't either.
Yeah.
If I was,
That's because this is the only scenario where you got like a stipulation on who the people were.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a
There's
personal
like, yeah,
connection.
you're like, this is the only one where you're like, you get to know a little bit about who
yeah,
Yeah.
you're pulling the. And now it's just 3.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
says
so-
first cousin, second
yeah.
cousin.
If nothing happens, you run over your first cousin. But if you pull the lever, 3 of your second cousins get it.
I don't even know my second cousins.
Yeah, second cousins are tricky.
Is that even a thing that I acknowledge? I don't think so. I'm keeping my first cousin.
Yeah, I keep my first cousin.
Dang,
about
I
you?
know my second cousins.
For real?
Yeah, I know them, but
Yeah, my
But you didn't look
family's-
like that was a great thing.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, it's like we're from like this backwoods, like
Yeah.
small town in eastern North Carolina. So it's like you got to know who your second cousins are. Otherwise, you might end up married to one.
Right.
Yeah. But, then it's like, are my second cousins good people?
Yeah. I literally don't know mine, so
Literally, we don't know.
They can go.
Yeah, let's go ahead and save our first cousins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of them anyway.
One of them.
Yeah. They better appreciate this shit.
They better. I mean, like, what did you guys think of that? Did you guys like that?
That's
Yeah,
fun.
Yeah, it's
It really made me weigh what I place value in,
Yeah.
and who.
well,
Now I feel like I can fill out my top 8 on MySpace. But where do the cousins go on the top 8?
MySpace.
Well, I'm glad that you did because earlier we were playing in a podcast that we won't be able to release because that was a request. We played this game to try to find out. Some questions to find out, like if you're truly human, if you're conscious, if you're, because you can't really tell if anybody else is real or conscious besides yourself, right? But if you were a character in a fairy tale, what kind of enchanted creature would be your sidekick?
Oh, wow.
Man.
Who wants to go first?
I first thought about Pocahontas and her raccoon. I feel like a raccoon would be a good sidekick because they're kind of, they're scrappy. They don't care. They're probably good at theft.
I would want some kind of, I mean, I know they're all, I guess, magical creatures in this realm, but I would want something really like exotic, like a unicorn or a dragon.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Something
You can
that,
fly around on it.
you know what I mean? That like really announces my presence when it's with me. You know what I'm saying?
But you also have to think about like you don't want to be like have the big truck magical creature.
Oh,
you know what I
and
mean?
a dragon is the big truck of the
Right?
fairy
It's
tale
like,
world.
He's got a dragon. What's he compensating for?
Maybe a pony unicorn, not a full size, but like a pony size, a bunny sized unicorn is the way to go for me.
Yeah.
Imagine how cute.
Like a little unicorn that can just hang on your
Yes,
shoulder. You know,
effective, cute,
Yeah.
sparks conversation when you walk in the room, which I definitely want. So yeah, I think that's how I'm going with a bunny-sized
Okay,
unicorn.
all right.
Even if I did just make that up,
That's adorable.
it is adorable. Thank you,
You're
Tahj.
gonna spend your life like running away from hunters, I think.
I'm working on being more
Yeah,
adorable.
seriously, Voldemort's coming after your
Yeah,
unicorn, your
people
little
after you.
unicorn.
It is going to be sought after. There's
Yeah.
no question.
It's like a Baby Yoda kind of thing, you know? Like
Everybody
it's,
wants a piece.
Yeah.
Tahj, what are you?
Yeah.
What's your creature?
Yeah.
Or
Because I'm thinking I like the relationship Aladdin had with his monkey. It was very, I don't know, like they were dependent on each other. It was very
and
I think
wholesome, right?
Yeah, they seemed like pals.
Yeah.
I think I'll get a monkey.
They seem
I
like
just want a little
pals.
friend.
They
Maybe
seem
a-
like pals.
Maybe a
maybe,
spider
yeah.
monkey. Maybe a spider monkey.
You know, someone to just like get brunch with.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And could also solve a major problem that may arise in your
Yeah.
life. Has both
And
worlds.
they're good in thievery. That's
sounds
known.
Amazing,
They're always
actually.
snatching stuff.
Who do you think would do better at the thievery, the raccoon or the monkey? You know?
Oh, raccoons are great at that.
Yeah.
But monkeys are like
I feel like raccoons have the
That's a good
desire
question.
though. They have the
they're
The
literally
drive.
they have the drive. Like they might not the monkey might be more skilled, but the raccoon has more drive.
I
definitely
think you nailed it.
They definitely have the right attire. They definitely do.
And I think the monkey plays the psychological game more, and the raccoon is all about I am going to work my fingers to the bone to get what I
Yeah.
want. You know what I mean?
It's the raccoon from Guardians of the Galaxy. That raccoon.
Rocket.
Yeah.
Like that sumbitch works.
Well, monkeys have because they have that whole tail. That's a whole nother appendage.
The tail matters.
yeah,
Yeah, it
they have a
does.
little extra thing.
It does.
I'm gonna say monkeys, and they can fight. I guess.
Oh, shit.
They
They
can
get
if
fat,
pressed.
they're scrappy, yeah.
If pressed, they'll scratch your
I've
eyes
never seen a
out.
That's
raccoon
true.
fight. I'm gonna go monkey. I think monkeys are.
I don't think you can go
better.
wrong with that.
Speaking of monkeys, and I have to look that up, but isn't that like, what do you think would win out of a monkey versus a kangaroo?
Kangaroos are no joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're massive. They're strong. But the monkeys with the opposable thumbs can get in the eyeballs and stuff.
I don't like that.
But they can, you know.
If the monkey gets close enough, if the monkey gets in fighting range, really
How
gets
fast
in
are
there.
kangaroos? Are they pretty?
I feel like they gotta be pretty fast.
They got the short arms,
They
right?
have the short arms, but they're
arms.
like
Their
they
feet are
got a lot of
fast.
power on their jump,
Yeah, I've seen them kick,
and they can go back on their tail and kick.
and it looks like it literally would kill you.
Yeah, I would not.
that's so
Have you
scary.
seen? Have you heard about the
Terrifying. So
kangaroos
scary.
that will sit in a body of water so that to lure you in? You're like, oh my god, what's this kangaroo doing in the water?
Wow.
Drown you.
Wow,
Get in
what?
after him. Yes.
Well, the kangaroo wins every time.
Yeah.
I love monkeys and how
I feel like kangaroos are just you don't fuck with the kangaroo.
I'm definitely not now.
Kangaroos are assholes, bro. What the hell?
and mean and plotting against you. I mean, I appreciate the hustle, but my God, that
What do you
sounds
get out of that?
so scary.
So crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go kangaroo over a monkey.
They seem like they can be violent.
Are you about to
just
pull
that.
up a kangaroo v monkey fight on
I was
YouTube?
hoping there would be one, but
I imagine monkeys are too smart to get lured into that fight. They're like, I want no part of this.
Yeah,
I'm going to go be cool and have people adore me and
Yeah.
fear the
I
kangaroo.
can see a monkey getting inside that pouch though and just hanging out. Kind of avoiding the fight.
Yeah,
That's so cute.
trick it into
Yeah.
thinking it's.
I'm one of you now.
I'm one of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, how smart are kangaroos? They can't be that smart. Well, they're drowning humans, so I guess they are pretty genius.
And we know that monkeys are. I mean,
Yeah.
that's where we came from.
Yeah, a monkey could get like a stick or something, whoop it.
I'm saying that psychological
Have you
game.
seen? But have you seen
Yeah,
the
kangaroos are
kangaroos?
jacked. Kangaroos
They
are
look
jacked.
scary. They look.
The size
They
differential.
look like they've been in
Is
Rikers
this-
for
is
20
this a
years.
Capuchin monkey, like
I was about to say,
orangutan?
are we
Yeah.
going to ramp it up and let a full-on gorilla fight the
Oh,
kangaroo?
yeah, that
Because then
changes
we're talking
things.
about a fair fight.
Let's go
That changes
orangutan
things.
and gorilla.
Okay.
A gorilla. I mean,
Gorilla's
orangutan-
killing everything,
orangutan
right?
and kangaroo.
Orangutan seems too chill. They're not. I feel like
They seem-
orangutan's not fighting anybody.
The reason I
Except
love
Planet of the Apes.
right. The reason I love orangutans is because they always seem stoned, and that's how
Yeah.
I am all the time too. So I identify with that.
Yeah, defense.
They seem very chill and very laid back, which is my goal in life. Whereas, a gorilla
chimp look like laid back.
yoked.
Oh my god!
Like,
I'm
Look at
not
that.
going anywhere. That's not a chimp. That's Gollum.
Dude.
That's Gollum after he's started taking steroids.
I remember seeing this
Look at
jacked
that.
kangaroo.
That's what I'm saying.
What the
There's
heck?
no way I'm getting within 100 feet of that kangaroo.
Good Lord.
What the hell is even a kangaroo, man? What's
Are these real?
yeah, I think so.
Those are real photos. Somebody has actually asked about a fight between a chimp and a kangaroo. I think the kangaroo wins just from sheer muscle mass.
People are saying that the chimp would destroy the.
I think a chimp would. 'Cause
The
chimps are
chimp-
super strong.
And the chimp is the one that destroyed that woman who owned it in New York for all those years, right?
Yeah.
Dang, that's
And it-
brutal.
And if you
He
look
saw
at
Planet of the Apes once and was like, wait a second.
got some ideas.
Wait a second. Cheryl's going to tell me what?
I don't have to stand for this. I can have a mind of my own. I'm going to kill this woman or at least
Yeah.
rip her face off.
Just yeah.
Because that's what it did, I think.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Yeah, who wants a cracker now, bitch?
Okay, if you had to choose, you lose.
A lot of choices on this podcast.
You lose your face or you lose your hands.
My face.
Oh, my God.
How
You got
old
it.
am I? Do I have this face?
Your current.
Or is it 50 years from now?
Your current.
Such an honest question. It really is.
Tahj, you won't be able to live if you don't have any hands.
I know. Oh, I didn't think about that.
And I have to keep it nubs.
No,
Well,
but
with
they
new
got like.
technology, they.
I know you got to. I'm losing my hands.
You're keeping your face and losing
Yeah,
your
I mean,
hands.
this is a
I'm the opposite
face.
because
Yeah.
I am a gardener. I love to pet cats.
Oh God.
I need my hands for both of those things.
Yeah.
And the cat wouldn't care if I had a face or not.
I feel like plastic surgery is farther along than figuring what do you call it?
Biomechanical or
Dexterity. I think.
biomechanical
Yeah.
amputation.
Oh yeah.
What is it? When they have
Limb replacement or whatever. Yeah,
whatever.
I think.
I feel like plastic surgery's come far enough that they could like take some butt skin and put it back on my
I mean,
face
look at that
or
lady
whatever.
that got her face ripped off. She's,
she's living life.
Yeah, what do
is,
they
but she
do?
does
Like
not look
those
great.
people.
No.
Yeah,
Doesn't look
no.
like
You
she's,
look like
you know.
one of those people that have had like acid thrown on them.
I know. Yeah,
She-
I got to keep my hands.
Yeah, seriously.
I have
you,
to.
Like I'll just stop looking at myself. It's okay.
Who's gonna gather my crops?
What do you think's better for your comedy career? Losing your hands or losing your face?
I think hands. I think you could do comedy easier without hands than without your face. But I don't know.
sure.
I might be wrong.
Yeah.
But just my gut reaction to that
I will
is-
say there was an open mic in Fayetteville. There was a guy, I forgot his name. He was a veteran, and he had like really bad burn scars from whatever, right? And on his face, and he also had a missing hand. So he was doing comedy with both.
wow, this guy.
And he was funny as hell.
I bet. Yeah.
I mean, you have to be.
yeah. You.
Yeah, you can't go up there
You can't go up there and like.
bombing.
You'll get
Yeah.
some sympathy laughs
You
in the
get-
beginning, but
yeah.
you need to actually have
people would be like, "That was so brave of you."
right.
That's
and
what you
no
get.
laughs.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
the
get.
worst.
You are so brave.
Just keep going.
Yeah.
Just keep doing what you're doing.
What do you think about speaking about earlier about being a human? What do you think it's laughter? Like what do you think that says about human, or how it seems to? Well, maybe less so of an innate reaction, right? Like I know that now a lot of people think about what they can laugh at, but in like what is laughter and what's so good about it?
That's a deep question.
I hate laughter personally.
Whoa, bold. That's a hot take.
You're a comic.
Explain. Can you explain?
What the hell?
Yeah, it's other people's joy. I don't like it.
You're making people. I don't understand.
I have actually thought about this. And as it pertains to stand up, Paul Provenza, old school comic club owner from LA, I've never forgotten him. He said this in a documentary, like in a stand up show, you're going up there and asking not only that everybody pay attention to you, but also that they have an involuntary reaction at the same time, which is what he's describing laughter. Like these people are in this room. They have no preconceived notion necessarily of what's going to happen other than a person is going to tell them jokes. But the agreement that we kind of have is I'm going to say something, and you all, if I did my job correctly, are going to have this involuntary reaction simultaneously, which is laughter. So in that regard, it's very weird.
Yeah.
The idea of, oh, that made me laugh. And we do it because it does dopamine, stress reduction, whatever you want to classify laughter as, it falls under some umbrella of that.
What percentage? Sorry to interrupt.
No.
What percentage of the crowd has to laugh for you to feel okay? That was a good.
That's a good question because I bombed twice last night. I had such a good run of shows. Honestly, I had like 2 months of shows and mics where it was like, that was pretty good. And some of them were great. And I was like, this is great. I've got some momentum going. And I bombed so hard twice last night at 2 different open mics. But it was a situation, and we were all talking about it. All the comedians, we were all bombing. Both shows, we were just all eating it. So percentage-wise, in that case, the second bomb, I got 3 laughs in 5 minutes, which is terrible. But from the guideline of what we were all doing last night, I was like, oh, I got 3 laughs in 5 minutes. That felt pretty good.
I want 10% more laughs than every other comic.
I just want to get
like,
something.
Up there.
Exactly.
then it's good.
But if it had been a situation where everybody was killing and then I bombed, I'm crawling into a hole and contemplating quitting comedy. But last night when we were all bombing, we all just kind of like, yeah, this sucks, man. Let's just all lean into this and do the best we can. So the percentages there were like, give me 3 people that will smile at me. That's great. But if it's good, I want 80 or 90% of that room to laugh if we're all doing well. And when that happens, it's like, yeah, this worked out. And I'm not to go on and on about this, but I literally just talked to my therapist about it an hour before I got here. It's like dealing with the disappointment of the bomb. I'm so much better at it now. It used to really nag at me, and it used to drag me down for literally weeks and weeks, and I would think about, oh my God, I'm so shitty at this. I suck. I've never said anything funny. I hate myself. Why do I do this? Now, if I bomb, I'm like, well, that didn't go as well as I want. On to the next one. And that's been a huge step for me, man. It really has. Like, being able to let it go was not something I was always good at. So now I'm able to do that better, and it's helped a ton.
Hell yeah.
It really has.
Oh yeah. No, that's awesome, man. How do you have you all both reached that level of comfortability with bombing? Would you say?
Yeah, if I'm going into a place, open mic, and I'm doing like new material, I'm going there with the mindset that this probably will bomb.
Yeah.
So that when it goes great, I'm like, yeah, that was what's up. But if I'm doing like a show and I'm doing like my set, and it bombs, it might fuck with me a little bit.
It hurts.
yeah.
And you and Jalen are on a show coming up right for your mom's house podcast.
Yeah,
right?
on the 26th.
If it came to you bombing or Jalen bombing on that show,
would you pull the lever?
I love the choices.
Yeah,
this is great.
It's the trolley problem for comedians. You could bomb, or these other 5 comedians could
We're picking
bomb.
ourselves every time, right?
Yeah, Jalen can bomb.
Yeah, let him bomb all day. I love him, but nah.
Yeah, for sure.
That's funny.
Let me get my laughs. I'm
Man.
very excited for that show. Hope it goes great.
Gosh.
no, that's awesome. How about you, Emily?
I feel like I didn't start doing comedy to make people laugh. So I'm not coming at a perspective of like, oh, I want to do really well. Like, I started doing it because I was like trying to improve my confidence and like process things, you know, or where I talk about trying to commit suicide, and I'm like, it was a challenge. I was like, part of my comedy was like, I need to be able to talk about suicide in a way that I feel comfortable with, and people who also like have suicidal ideation or have overdosed or any of that type of thing also makes them feel comfortable. And like, I did that. So I was like, I'm good. Like, I don't care. Like, I bombed so much like the first bit, and I was like, but it's okay, because each time I was like, okay, but now I like feel comfortable making eye contact with one person. Yeah. And like, I feel more comfortable like alluding to like my mental health problem. So it was all like building up to something that wasn't about making someone laugh.
And in a way, that's very freeing when you start from a place of, I don't need your approval. Mm-hmm. And I definitely, when I learned that lesson too, not feeling that need to do well every time, because I definitely didn't. You get over that on a basic level at first, but then when you really process, like, why am I doing it? What does this mean to me? How much energy am I willing to give this for equal to, or does it equal to what I get out of it? And I find it interesting that when you come at it from a pure place like that, I think it frees you up to just completely be yourself a lot faster. Because I don't know about you, Tahj, or anybody else who's done this. When the first year or two of comedy, I wasn't being who I truly am. I was writing about things outside of me. But the moment that I started writing about being a recovering drunk, I've had suicide things and making jokes about that and losing loved ones and people close to me. The moment I started being more honest, the jokes not only got better, the crowds were way more apt to be on board with me from the jump because they felt like, I see where this person's coming from. I trust this person. It helps a ton. And I'm not up there like, I'm not one of those folks that's like, this is therapy for me. I definitely treat it therapeutically. I have, for sure. But now I've moved on to like, well, I know that I can make some of these deep, hard topics funny. And expanding on that is what I'm all about now. That to me is the most fun. And it's also, again, the more honest I can be up there, those are the jokes that get the biggest laughs, honest to God. And I wish I had figured that out sooner.
Yeah.
I think it would have helped.
Yeah, when I started, I was listening to I watched a lot of comedy and then listened to a lot of podcasts, a lot
Me
of
too.
comic type podcasts, and it talk about that being yourself on stage.
Yeah.
So I had that insight before I actually started going upstage. So, I just kind of started with that mindset, like talk about true.
Real
stuff
thing.
But you're just flexing? You're just flexing on Tony?
No, I'm
You're
just.
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
sorry.
it's,
I didn't have any like
I didn't have
inner
to
work
do
to do. I was
it.
already
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Like
I
it's
was
cool.
fully formed from the very beginning, and
He's
I've
like,
just
sorry,
gotten
sorry
better.
that you have to go through that, Tony.
Y'all had to go find yourself. That's weird.
There's a comic named Tom Dreesen, another old guy that I heard say this. He was like, the first 2 years in comedy, whether you know you're doing it or not, you're imitating somebody that you've seen or that you liked.
Yeah.
And I think we all probably do that. Like I said, it could even be subconsciously, but then you let a little bit of yourself out and then a little bit more of yourself out. And then eventually you are you on stage. And not to be all like sentimental, but that is really what I think crowds of people identify with. And if you can write even decent jokes, but have that as your baseline, I think you're in good shape as far as like connecting with crowds and not only making them laugh, but you feeling good about what you're doing up there. I think that's important to figure that out, even if it took me a while.
Have you all ever taken somebody out on a date to a comedy show?
Oh God, and I have, and it's awful.
Oh yeah.
Every time it's been terrible.
Yeah. To
Like-
one of yours.
Oh yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, do you mean just like a reg?
Yeah,
Oh
just
yeah.
regular comedy.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
I've done that.
That's pretty bold to be like, hey, come
Come
to my comedy show.
I've done it, and it never worked
Of
out.
course not.
It's so bad.
No.
I've done it twice, and I'm like, never again.
Yeah, if you do it, you need to be the funniest comedian there.
Yeah.
If not ever.
Yeah. I was so dumb. I invited women to come see me at open mics.
Yeah, I
Cringe
did that.
worthy.
That's bad.
I hated
I did
myself.
that like 2 weeks ago, so whatever.
I apologized to them afterward. I was like, I'm so sorry for doing this. If you don't ever want to see me again, that's fine. I get it. No, but to go to regular shows, yeah, for sure.
Man,
Yeah,
was
I
that a
did that.
first date? First date to invite them to an open mic, that would be,
You don't recover.
you
But
really
I mean,
don't.
a lot of girls is like, because a lot of them, like I'm the first person that's in a comedy that they've talked to.
Yeah.
So they want to like enter that world.
Sure.
And so they want to come to all these like every gig, including the open mics. And I'm like, you gotta understand. Oh, most open mics aren't worth.
You're not
your
gonna
attendance.
like it.
Like you're not. Yeah, this is just
That's weird.
Yeah.
If they're like, after they go to one show, they still want to go to a lot of shows with you.
Yeah.
Then it's like, why? Like, what's wrong with
One of the two times that I did that, it was a Bumble connection, and she asked me, like, hey, I see you're doing this open mic on Friday. Maybe we could meet there. And I thought, sure, this is great. And
Why
it's-
did she know you were doing the open mic? Did you
Well,
have
she-
it in your bio?
Yeah, I had comedy in there. And
It
I'm
said,
she
"Dirty
actually
Bull."
she went to my
August
it was
5th.
Dirty Bull,
Was
which
it
is
while you were on the loading dock?
which is one of the two places that I bombed last night. But no, she had gone to my Instagram. She was like, I went to your Instagram, saw that, and I was like, yeah, I do that one. This was years ago when like I didn't have any booked shows on Fridays, and I was at Dirty Bull every Friday. But as soon as I walked in and we met up, I was just like, oh, this was a mistake.
Yeah,
It
100%.
really.
For a first date,
It was
absolutely a
very
mistake.
weird place to
You
start.
gotta- I feel like you need to have it locked in and on some level before you're like,
You're
come see
100%
me.
correct. And I've learned. I've never done that
good.
since. Like, if they ask to come to an open mic, I'm like, you can come to a showcase. You can come to a book show.
Yeah.
But no open mic first dates
No
ever
way.
again.
Yeah.
I learned my lesson.
Even a showcase on a first date, I feel like that's still a little dicey.
If it's a good one and one that I've done before that I know is going to be good, that's one thing. But yeah, if it's a brand new any show, I'm probably never doing that again.
Yeah.
And what if you go to you take your date to this comedy show, and she's a heckler, or he's a heckler? What do you do? How do you react?
Well, me being cocky, I gotta be like, hey man, shut the fuck up, man. Let them. Especially if we're sitting somewhere where the comic can see us.
Yeah.
I'm like, please shut up, because then he's gonna talk to us. Do you want to get talked to?
Yeah.
In front of all these people.
Do you want
And
us
then
all
it's-
to be
and then
embarrassed?
it's all on you. Then
Yeah.
it's like, hey man, can
Yeah.
you get your girl?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Then there's that, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, man. I'm a comic too. I know what it's like.
Like, how embarrassing do you want this to be for everybody?
I gotta
You know what I
let her know
mean?
the rules and like the expectations and the
Yes.
consequences.
It's already awkward, but you're doubling down on how embarrassing this could be by heckling. I had a date who showed up and got rip-roaring drunk at a show. And as a recovering alcoholic, I had that factored into this too. I'm like, there are so many red flags. How did I not see these? You know?
wow.
So I just had to cut ties with her right away. I'm like, yeah, this is clearly not going to work out, and
Yeah.
I hate I invited you to this. I didn't know. I didn't bring you here as an outlet for you to get crazy. I thought it would be like a low key thing, and it clearly wasn't.
Yeah.
That was a lesson learned
I
for
don't even
sure.
like them to laugh too loud.
Don't give it up too much for me.
Yeah, man.
I get
Just
that.
Keep it
It's-
moderate, man.
That's awkward too.
Yeah.
It's also embarrassing in a way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We did the show where my mom was like
Yes.
heckling me.
Yes. That was,
What?
but that was fun though.
That was fun. Yeah.
That was all good natured, and we all knew it was good natured.
Yeah, it was like I gave her a little shout out at the beginning.
If that had been a random person,
Yeah.
we would have jumped on her right away. But we knew, and you smartly said, "Hey, look, here's the deal," and you had a great set, and she was playing along.
Yeah.
That we were all like, this is fun." But yeah, if that had just been some random schmo. We're
Yeah.
going for the jugular on that person right away. Like, this person, get the fuck
That's
out
where
of
you get
here.
it. That's where you get it. That's where it comes
Yeah.
from.
Yeah. No, when I did Steel String, my mom was also there, and she like cornered Helen. Helen was on the show, and she like was talking to her in the bathroom line, like
Wow.
about me, like my daughter's up there.
How
like,
great.
yeah,
And
it's
also a little, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, Helen's like one of the like big people.
Of
I was like,
course.
oh my god.
One of the most positive people also that we've
Yeah.
ever had in the scene. Like, she's just all positive energy. And she's like, yeah, I know Emily. I know her. I've seen her. I'm familiar.
She's like, that's my daughter.
So proud. That's nice.
My mom came to see me one time.
Yeah.
Okay. She lives 2 hours away, and I was doing a show in my hometown in Winston-Salem. Not only did my mom come, she brought 10 friends.
Yeah.
So
That's
I'm like, that's a lot, but also stoked.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
The person who's producing the show is like, oh my God, your mom's great.
obviously
10
yeah.
tickets. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
mom's,
she paid cash, you know?
she's wonderful. So mom got the VIP treatment, and I went up. I had a really good set. Everybody there that night. Great show. Packed house. Awesome. And I actually remember thinking, and I may have even said this to mom, but I was like, Mom, we never have to do this again. It's never going to get better than this. This, in my mind, that's the peak scenario of how that could have gone down. So why jeopardize it?
Right.
Right? Like, let's go out on top. And she was like, you know what? That sounds good. She's like, I will. I'm like, the option's open. You can definitely come to future shows. I'm never going to ask you again. We're good. This is great. And so far, that's been it. And I'm afraid now, just my kind of catastrophic thinking brain is like, if she comes to another one, you're gonna suck and she's gonna hate it and all this other shit. So let's just go out on top. It was really great though. It was. Hopefully we never have to try to live up to that again.
Yeah, my mom's like, yeah, like she'll like all of the posts. She's like, yeah, I don't really understand it too much, but she's supportive.
It's sweet.
Good.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, we've done over an hour, gentlemen. Thanks again. Jalen, I'm gonna make clips out of yours. I'm gonna cut around, the times where you responded. We gotta make best use of that footage. But yeah, do you have any, Tahj? Do you have any shows? I know you have shows that you gotta plug. And then we'll go to YouTube.
I got all those shows this month posted on my Instagram.
We'll link it on here too.
Yeah.
How about you, Tony?
Excellent. I am so excited for this one. August 23rd. I'm on a Best of the Triangle live recording.
Nice.
Durham Rooftop Hotel. Dev Roberts is, I think, producing that show. Killer lineup. I'm truly honored to be a part of it. It is a live recording, and it's going to be August 23rd, free show, 8 p.m., Durham Hotel.
Hell yeah, that's a good spot too. The
Oh, it's great.
I love it up there.
So great.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm
like,
so looking forward to that.
That's one of my go-to second date spots, or
Yeah,
second, third part of the first date.
no doubt. Long as there's no comedy there, right?
Yeah.
No, they always have events. Like they have
Yeah.
one where there'll be this space society that brings telescopes, and then you can.
Oh, that's
watch
a
up
perfect
there.
spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, love
I
it.
haven't gone to it, but I have that in my back pocket.
Love it. Yeah.
A special lady.
Cool. And how about you, Emily, our
have
co-host for today?
Nothing going on.
Yeah,
Book
yeah,
me.
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But if you want me to have things going on, let me know. I'm down.
Hell yeah. Emily's very funny.
I'm dead.
Love watching Emily perform.
Oh yeah, very funny. Well, this has been Casa. Thank you both for coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was an hour. That felt like it went